in the welterweight division and features undefeated Wesley Tucker and Detroit's Ed Williams. Ed Williams fighting in his own backyard. Raised in Detroit, he's fought 65 times as an amateur, turned pro in late 2007. And after 2 wins, he took a 5-year break to attend Eastern Michigan University, where he earned a degree in industrial engineering. Williams has been relatively active since his return. 5 fights in 2014, 4 in 2015, but only 2 more last year. He has been off since July. Tonight he works with Houston-based trainer Aaron Navarro for the first time and says he's been sparring with talented prospect Regis Prograis, a familiar face to Showbox fans. Steve, let's go behind the numbers with the thoroughbred, Ed Williams.
Ed Williams, Barry, bad sign. Tucker's a southpaw. Williams' only loss came against the lefty, Marcus Bedford, who's now only 3-5-3. Layoff of length. Williams turned pro at 18, and shortly after, as Barry mentioned, he endured a 5-year layoff. He stayed busy since his return, albeit against weak opposition. And cooling it, Williams' 5 most recent fights have gone the distance. Among those fights, a loss, a majority decision win, and a split decision win.
And the other half of this matchup, 29-year-old Wesley Tucker comes to us from Toledo, Ohio. Brings a long amateur career, more than 250 fights. He lost the decision to outstanding amateur Jesse Hart. That was in the finals of the U.S. National Championships back in 2012. As a pro, Tucker's undefeated in 13 fights against typically modest opposition. He has scored 8 knockouts along the way. He'll step up in quality of opposition tonight. He'll fight the 8-round distance for the first time. He has gone 6 on 3 occasions. He's a left-hander, a natural left-hander, good skills, moves well, thinks of himself as more of a pressure fighter, and he comes into this fight off a first-round knockout last November. So, Steve, go behind the numbers with Wesley Tucker.
Easy does it, we start, Barry. Tucker's record says he's 13-0, and I say, so what? He's beaten only 2 fighters with winning records. Martez Logan, whom he KO'd in 2014, had lost his previous 27 bouts. Playing catch-up. Tucker turned pro at 25. Now he's 29, and this will be his first fight scheduled for longer than 6 rounds. And finally, hurrying up, 5 of Tucker's 8 KOs have been 1-rounders, but 3 of those victims didn't have a single win when they faced him.
So once again, let's get you up to the center of the ring. The introduction of the fighters of our second fight of the evening. Here once more is our ring announcer, Pete Trevino Jr. Pete.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to the event center here at MGM Grand Detroit for Showbox, the new generation. Brought to you by Salida Promotions in association with MGM Grand Detroit and Showtime. All of this evening's matchups have been sanctioned under the auspices of the State of Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission. Your judges for the following contest are as follows. From Copley, Ohio, Ben Rochester. From Detroit, Michigan, Ansel Stewart. And from Palo Alto, California, Gerard White. And the man in the middle of the fight responsible for keeping it clean and fair is referee Frank Garza. The following contest is in the welterweight division and will be decided in 8 rounds or less. Introducing your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks trimmed in silver and gold. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 146 1/4 pounds. He brings with him to the ring a record of 12 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, with 4 of those wins coming by way of knockouts. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ed, the Thoroughbred Williams. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks trimmed in gold and purple. He stands 5 feet 5 1/2 inches tall and weighed in at 147 pounds. He comes to the ring undefeated with a record of 13 wins, no losses, and no draws, with 8 of those big wins coming by way of knockouts. Fighting out of and representing Toledo, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, here is Wesley Casanova Tucker. Referee Frank Garza with fight instruction.
Gentlemen to the center of the ring. Okay, gentlemen, we already went through the rules in the back. I want a good, clean bout. I want you to obey my commands, and I want you to protect yourself at all times. Let's give the people a good show. Touch them up. Stay in your corner until I give the command to come out.
And the numbers on these two, you can see that Williams, much taller. He has a 6-inch reach advantage. If he can't keep Tucker on the outside with his jab and his movement, he's likely going to get steamrolled. Unified rules here in Michigan, no standing 8, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. And if an accidental foul brings a stoppage, before the end of 4, no decision. After that, we go to the cards. Mr. Tompkins.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farhood. And alongside me is Mr. Marquez.
So formal.
Thank you.
Yes. Bucks. Mr. Williams and Mr. Tucker in the ring right now, and you pointed it out, Steve, but no question the key to success for Williams got to keep Tucker on the edge of that jab, and if he lets Tucker come to him, well, it could be a short night. Up tempo to start things here.
Well, Tucker is the shorter fighter in virtually every welterweight fight he has. 5'5.5" is very short for a welterweight. We look at the amateur experience. Tucker for the 2012 U.S. Nationals, as Barry pointed out, and Williams only 65 amateur fights for the National Golden Gloves way back in 2004. Pro experience, Williams has been a pro a lot longer, but only has 14 fights because of that long layoff when he went to college.
So he's got a degree in his pocket, but he wants to make his mark as a fighter. This is his biggest fight to date, needless to say.
And again, you know, Tucker is a young prospect. He might be a little bit over anxious. The excitement of fighting on Showbox, on TV, the lights. Got to settle down a little bit. You see, he really doesn't jab in. He's just rushing in. Still no jab. Here goes again. And I know he's got to close the distance. He's the shorter guy. But there's ways of doing it.
Able to duck under the shots of Williams so far. Williams really not showing much of a jab yet.
Well, we've seen it so often where a fighter with a good jab who's a right-hander has a little bit of trouble landing the jab against a southpaw.
There you go. Stop, stop, step back. Bucks.
Oh, nice body shot there by Williams.
Stepped in with it.
Lead right hand. That's the way to be the southpaw. Lead right hand, left hooks. Overhand right or straight right hand down the middle, down the pipe. Come back with left hook. And keep circling around him.
Left hand slipped in by Tucker.
But Williams is being smart. He's tying him up on the inside. He has no reason to be in there, so tie him up, work yourself back on the outside.
Listen to me. Okay, let's keep it clean. Now box.
Veteran Michigan referee Frank Garza trying to establish something early here.
Good idea.
Williams, you can just see how he moves. He's really, really conscious of keeping a distance. And when Tucker gets close, there you go. As Raul said, he grabs right away.
Let him up.
Smart, but not particularly pleasing to watch.
10 seconds.
Well, kind of feeling out first round. We talked to both guys about what they need to do here. First is Wesley Tucker.
Well, he likes to use his jab a lot. He a rangy fighter. So I'm going to use my jab, 2 jabs, 3 jabs, getting going backwards. And, you know, use a lot of body shots, a lot of good body shots on both sides, keep him going backwards.
First round, I see him coming out strong, trying to be aggressive, coming real forward. So I see me boxing, then I see me sort of sitting there, getting punches off and grabbing. You know, not letting him work, walking him to the center of the ring, and then back to the jab, not standing there. So mentally, he's going to be frustrated. What is he doing? Is he going to sit there and fight? Is he going to move? I'm going to frustrate him. I'm going to dictate when and how I fight. I'm going to stand there sometimes. I'm going to walk off. I'm going to be in control.
That's exactly the way he fought the first round.
Seconds out.
He was really anxious to get the jab started. He landed 2 of 24 jabs. So
That's not going to get it done, is it?
no.
Okay, when you get tied up, I'll ask for a break, okay?
Yes, sir.
No pushing off with the elbow or the forearm, all right? So let's keep it clean. All right, thank you. Box, time in.
Heck, Frank Garza refereed Mike Tyson, Andrew Galata. If he can handle that fight, there's nothing
he's
he
fine
hasn't
here.
seen. While we have a minute, I want to mention that Garza is one of the few Michigan officials. The promoter, Dimitri Salita, brought in a lot of outside officials from California, from New York. He wanted a top-level official, a group of officials, because this fight was televised. I applaud him for suggesting it, and I applaud the Michigan Commission for allowing him to do it.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Now, of course, one of the things we always talk about fighting a left-hander is to stay outside his lead foot, outside the left-hander's lead foot. Williams has not done that at all in this fight. A little more grabbing by Tucker.
But I think Williams is frustrating Tucker with that long jab. He keeps touching him with the long jab. It's a good 1-2 by Williams.
See why Williams is so frustrating to fight. Raul's right, because when he jabs, he's stepping back as he jabs. So he's not in range to be countered.
Yeah, can't get to him.
He spins him off the ropes there too.
Doesn't make for a pretty fight.
Break, step back.
Maybe the best way for Tucker to put himself in a position to land some shots is to draw the right hand of Williams, which Williams has used, to counter that.
So Williams is baiting him in, touching him with the jab.
Came in right hand lead there.
Yeah, he knows he's going to catch him coming in. Just a matter of what kind of shot he's going to catch him with, either the lead right hand or overhand right or lead to the body. But he's got to keep turning him, Williams. Can't stand and trade with him. To find the center of the ring, keep circling.
Yeah, you can see where Williams would frustrate Tucker.
Heck, he's frustrating me.
You're not fighting him.
No, but I'm watching him.
You see, it's a difficult style to fight, especially when they hold you there on the inside. You can't stop. When you're on the inside there, you got to bend your legs and dig to the body. He's already there. Tucker's already there down to his chest level. You just got to make it ugly there. You got to make it ugly. Use both hands.
That's what he's trying to do.
Yes. And he's got to keep doing it, because the more he waits, the more he'll frustrate, the more he'll let Williams grow, get his distance, control the fight, and then he'll lose rounds that way.
Long right hand by Tucker. But that's not going to be his ticket.
Tucker's corner, I think they're going to give him a step ladder to use next round.
You got a jab to him, son. I know he's running. That's why you got to keep the jab coming. Open that for me, son. You got to keep the jab. Yeah, well, you got to, bro. Okay?
You keep running into him, you're going to keep getting away, bro.
And then every time you see you getting ready to use 1 or 2 punches, he gonna duck. So use your uppercut when you go in there, okay? Okay? Use your uppercut hook, but you got a jab to get to him. But once you get to him,
Let him leave it out just with a little bit more. Hey, you landed that left hook to the body, nice. Get it in a little more, start working it, keep working it. And don't forget that right uppercut underneath when he puts his head on. Shoot that right hand a little bit lower, either with the uppercut or straight in here from the outside, but put it in lower because he's so low, all right? Yeah.
Round 3. Round 3.
Get on that jab, son.
Box.
That was the voice of Aaron Navarro, who's working with Williams for the first time in this fight. Might have got something in his eye. I guess it was from a headbutt.
Back. Get in the corner. Accidental headbutt, but no damage.
Accidental headbutt, no damage.
And that's going to happen when you got the righty and lefty, but you wouldn't think it would happen because Tucker's so shorter, you know.
Tucker's trying to use the jab as his corner suggested, but Williams is just not in range at all.
Exactly, and that's why in round 2 at least, Tucker threw 20 punches. The welterweight average is 57, and he threw 20 punches. That's it.
Big mistake there by Tucker. Now he's bum rushing him.
Rabbit punch.
Okay. All right, stay there. Time. Come here.
Well,
no hitting on the back of the head. Okay.
Taking a point away from Williams. In a fight like this, that could be important.
Neutral corner. You okay? You need to see the doctor. Okay. Time in. Box.
You know, guys, normally you'd say, why a point deduction? I don't recall another incident prior to that, but rabbit punching is really, really dangerous.
Yes.
And I'm glad he took a point. Fighters get away with it far too often.
Break. Step back, step back, step back. Box.
Well, Tucker trying to take advantage of this now because should he go ahead and win this round, all of a sudden it's a 2-point difference.
Yeah, which is a big deal in an 8-round fight.
Yes.
Tucker needs to jab the chest. Jab the chest, jab the body, jab the shoulders. Forget about the head. He's not going to get a head run out. He won't be able to hit the head. That's the way he's going to work himself in and go to work once he's in the pocket. Right there, bend your legs and work.
Let him go.
See, he's holding on too. He's kind of leaning on him. So,
well, what strikes me too is he's not cutting the ring on him at all. He's just following him around.
that's all Williams has to do. Williams got to keep popping that jab, 2 or 3 jabs to try to land that big right.
Tucker was looking to counter that time, and he's waiting for Williams to lunge in.
Yeah, plan B.
Both of you. That's not talking. Box.
Plan B for Tucker might be to try to draw Williams forward, but I don't know if that'll work.
That's what I thought he did right there.
Yeah.
Is Williams gonna? Is he gonna come forward?
I probably not.
He has no reason to. He's got the long jab. Just pop it out there.
He's clearly frustrating Tucker.
I agree with you, Barry, but then the question becomes, is he doing enough to win the round?
Well, that is the question.
Neither guy has been effective in landing really anything.
No. It's a pivotal round, too. Who wins this round? And I say nobody won it.
You got to keep jabbing, bro. I got to taste it. Yeah. You just want to win the rounds, Wesley. Yeah.
This is what happened at the start of round 3. Watch the heads. Boom. Forehead to forehead. Once again, and you could see that Tucker really showed the effects, grimacing in pain. Fortunately, no cuts. Now, here's the rabbit punch. That's to the ropes. And that's a foul because that's, yeah, Tucker is turned a little bit, but you see the point deduction with Williams apologizing to the judges. Doesn't matter, he still lost the point.
Big deep breath. Yeah, once you make him in, then you can work in, okay? Let's get to work, son.
Round 4. Round 4. Stay in your corner, all the way back. Box.
Go ahead. Tell us about this, Steve.
You want to hear the show stats? Connects in round 3. Williams 4, Tucker 1.
Wow.
Didn't seem like that much.
All right, I exaggerated a little bit.
Yeah. There was a left hand from Tucker. Clearly the best punch of the fight for him.
Time out. Time out. You settle down. No, hitting behind the head again. You can't. You can't do that.
Taking another point away for hitting behind the head.
You can't do that. Okay, get back to the corner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Time in. Box.
That's a big point deduction. And I'll tell you, when Williams got hit with that punch, almost could have ruled a knockdown because he clearly grabbed the ropes to stay up. Now, of course, Williams flirting with a DQ loss if he punches again to the back of the head of Tucker.
Step back, step back.
And Tucker has to take advantage of it. I didn't think he took advantage of it in the last round. There's a left hand from Tucker.
Now Tucker's just walking him down, walking up to him. He's got to throw something. Catch him with that same overhand left. There he goes.
Yep. No, step back. That's the way to do it.
Still rushing. He's not controlling his balance. He's coming too
Let him go. Let
forward.
him go, Ed. Let him go. Step back. No punches. Step
Seems
back.
like Tucker has a little more success landing that reaching left hand when he throws the right first. And Barry, what you said last round comes into play again this round.
Exactly.
10-8 round if Tucker wins the round.
Yes.
I haven't seen any reason to give it to Williams yet.
No, not so far.
Turn around. Box.
I think I'm going to give this round to Frank Garza.
Now Williams, a three-punch combination.
He actually threw a right hand right down the middle. Want to see more of that, for sure. Williams, by the way, is a natural lefty. Why he depends on the jab so much, maybe.
Told us so, he never switches up. That's a slip.
Oh, he came out of the ring there. His back foot. You saw that?
Step back. Okay. Turn around. Turn around. Box.
Final seconds
Let him go. My break.
of
My break.
round
No
4.
punches. Step back. 10 seconds. Box.
Big deep breaths for me. Hey, I want you to try some of this now. I know this kid, he knows how to walk forward. We know that. But I wonder if he knows how to fight back.
Critical moment here, round 4. For the second time, we see, well, there's a little tap and a second attempt at a punch. And really it was the intent more than the actual effect of those rabbit punches that Frank Garza saw fit to take a point deduction. And there it is, the second time. Williams screaming. And this is a scheduled rounder. Look at Tucker, 0 for 29 in jabs. That'll get you sent down to AAA if you're a baseball player.
That's right.
And the power punches are pretty low numbers. All the numbers are low numbers.
This has not been a thing of beauty, I have to say.
I guess you would say Tucker's winning the fight because of the bump deductions, right? I mean, that's what's winning them the fight.
Yeah.
Let him go. Let him go. Break. Break.
You see that behind
Box.
the elbow?
Now Williams complaining that Tucker was rabbit punching him.
Break. 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 Break.
Funny, when this fight started, if you told me Williams was going to lose a couple of points, I would have guessed it would have been for holding.
Exactly.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Just like to see Williams throw that jab and just follow with a straight right hand again. A couple of times he's tried it. It's actually almost worked.
Stop. Did I say anything? Did I say anything? Okay. A box.
Right now, Frank Garza is saying to himself, why did they use one of the out-of-town officials for this fight?
Exactly.
Yeah, I bet.
He's got his hands
Let
full
him go.
here.
Let him go. Step back. Step back. No punching. Box.
A little bit less on the jab. There's the right hand from Williams, but less on the jab of Williams right now.
Break. Stop back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Turn around. Turn around. Box.
It's a sloppy fight for both guys. More for Tucker. I mean, it's hard to look good against a guy like Williams.
It is.
It's really hard. I mean,
Williams is really making this an ugly fight. It's 3 times in a row now. He's just
Let him go.
tied him up, pushed him back into the ropes.
Box.
Well, it's important for Tucker to know what's in front of him and know what's happening here and stay focused. Just win the round. You're not going to look good winning the fight. Just win the round, and you will win the fight.
Left hand knocked Williams backward. Williams just smiles at him.
Okay, my break. My break. My break. My break. Let him go. Let him go. Step back. Step back.
I wonder if because he's taken 2 points from Williams for the rabbit punching, whether he'd hesitate to take points for holding.
Yeah, that could be.
Piling on, you know. Because most of the holding is being initiated by Williams.
Yes. It's even worse in this round.
I mean, Williams, He's got to tie him up in the inside. He's not going to fight on the inside. So
I'd like to see him spin out a little bit more and not necessarily keep grabbing. He's doing it so unashamedly. And no work from Williams. A lot of movement, no work.
Nothing, yeah.
Break. Head back. Watch your head.
The reaching left hand has really been the only weapon for Tucker. All of those missed. That one was low.
Thank you. Get him up. Get him up. All right. You okay? Okay. No box. My break. My break. My break. My break. Get back. Get back.
What can you say?
what's going on?
You could say it's ugly.
There's ugly, then there's this fight.
Don't burn no energy wasting with him. He's just trying to survive, okay? Use your uppercuts.
Well, hope you're enjoying tonight's fight. We want to remind you there is more than one way to watch all the great fights here on Showtime.
Incredible atmosphere. Left hook, right uppercut. Oh, and Carter walked right into that left hand. The crowd on its feet. Deontay Wilder's power. Now smelling blow, and that's enough. Unbelievable. What more do you want?
Second out. Number 6. Number 6. Stay in your corner. Stay in your corner. Box.
Round 6. I don't have a lot to say.
Well, I'll fill for you, Barry.
Would you?
Yeah. One interesting little fact about these fighters, they're both nephews of significant fighters. Dwayne Thomas is the uncle of Williams. Dwayne Thomas was a Kronk fighter and a world champion at 154 pounds. And Tucker's uncle, Louis Self, who was on the U.S. Olympic team in 1972.
Well, there you are.
I have nothing else, Barry.
That was good, though.
The total punches landed not only at a low percentage, but very low totals for this point in the fight. Tucker landed one punch last round, only threw 17. And Williams has thrown twice as many punches, but so many of them have been meaningless jabs that have been thrown from too far away and have missed.
And that shows you where I am. I gave Tucker the round.
From one punch.
So did I.
Boy, what a punch it was.
Well, you got to give it to Tucker because he's trying to make the fight. He's trying to fight, but obviously Williams doesn't want to fight, bro.
And so far this round, Williams has actually landed a couple of decent combinations.
He has.
Aiming to the body first, and maybe that's a positive thing for him. Neither of these fighters has ever been past 6 rounds.
That was a 3-punch combination from Williams.
And Tucker's doing nothing for most of this round, so why not? Now he's turning it up a little bit, but
Okay, my break. My break. My break. No pushing. No pushing. Get back. Box. Let him go. My break. Step back.
At least Williams seems more intent on engaging in this round.
seems to me though the only time Williams is really going to let punches go or land punches is when Tucker does what he's doing right now, which is nothing.
Yes.
If Tucker's not attacking, Williams will throw a couple of shots.
Okay.
Otherwise, back up, back up, back up.
You know, for Tucker being the undefeated prospect, I mean, he's going to learn a lot from this fight. I mean, at least he got this out of the way because that's what you have to go through. You got to fight all kinds of different styles, and definitely this is one of the most difficult styles of fighters that he's fought.
I'll be interested to see what Tucker's numbers are in this round. If he had one punch land in the last round,
Negative numbers, you think?
could be.
Look, man, this is the last round. I know he's awkward, but you're gonna have to press the issue. Just the 7. We need both of these rounds. We need both of these, man. You're gonna have to press them, man. Let your hands go. When you step back and he start coming to you, let your overhand go. Let something go. Straight up and up. You gotta do something, man. Dig on me, man. Dig for me. Okay? Every time he come to me, straight left hand hook. Okay.
When you come to him, double jab or swing your left hand over.
Okay.
Don't fall into his body. If he walk away, let him fucking walk away.
Don't complain. Just let your hands go, baby. Don't complain.
So this is round 7.
Round 6 was the first round in the fight that I think clearly went Williams' way.
Yeah, I agree.
Break. I saw that elbow, okay? I saw that elbow, all right? I'm giving you a hard warning on that. Box. Get him
There you
up.
go. That's good work.
Tucker steps in.
That's it. Let him
4
go.
punches. That equals his total for the last 2 rounds.
Spin him around. Turn him around. Walk him out. Walk him out to the middle of the ring. Not just one punch for Tucker. You gotta put combinations together. Get close and put them together.
Yeah, I talked before about the importance of focus for Tucker. He's got to keep his hands up. If he doesn't, he's going to give Williams the opportunity to land some of those jabs that have not been landing regularly in this fight.
Yeah, you don't want to get careless. So he got his hands up.
Let him go. Let him go. Step back. Box.
Long left hand caught mostly on the gloves.
Step back.
Fans letting the fighters know how they feel. I think the fans have actually been fairly patient.
I do too. It's only been the last couple rounds.
That's it. Bang the body. Should have got back to Calvin. Stay in the inside. Stay in the pocket. Not only the body, but the shoulders. Hit him anywhere. Hit him anywhere, like Georgie Benton used to say.
Exactly.
Back in the Lou Duva camp.
No pushing.
Well, Tucker has at least been a little bit busier this round.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop.
Well, they say styles make fights. Sometimes that's not right.
And when you put in a 5'10" welterweight with a 5'5.5" welterweight, sometimes you get something like this. You don't have to, but sometimes you do.
Yep.
You got to blame Tucker for some of the clinching and holding as well. Because if his footwork was better, he wouldn't be that close to Williams where he can be held.
Yeah, he would be able to control that distance more. The way he doesn't do it because he doesn't jab in either, Barry.
Well, a reminder that coming up next, unbeaten bantamweights Antonio Nieves and Nikolai Potapov. They'll be going 10 rounds. That's coming up after this one. And of course, still later tonight, our main event. It's the network television debut of Claressa Shields. She fights a more experienced opponent. That's still to come.
And when you step back and he coming to you, shoot a straight left hand hook again. He's right there. He's walking right into it. His hands is down.
man. You don't know
His hands is down. He's there.
Combination, put your shots together. The good hard shots, I'm going to push him back this way. All right? Come on, baby. Let's get to work.
Last round, guys. Don't waste it. Last round. Box.
Frank Garza says, don't waste it like you have the first 7. I think was the end of that sentence.
You know, one of our punch counters, the CompuBox, is Lee Groves, who knows more about boxing than anybody.
He does.
And he just passed me a note. He said it's okay to read it. He said this is a fight only Sammy the Clutch Angot, who was a lightweight, and Ernie the Octopus Terrell would love.
That is funny.
Well, Lee has extra time because he's not counting too many punches being
Right when we say Williams does not ever change up, he changes up.
It's easy work for the CompuBox guys.
Yeah.
Tucker gets right on top of Williams here.
Get out. Box.
And with Williams, you might say, well, maybe it's the styles that are making this ugly. I've seen Williams on tape. We both have. This is how he fights.
Yeah.
He once wore the colors of the Bronx Gym, the gold and red. I'm glad he gave those trunks back.
I was going to say, that is not how a Bronx fighter usually fights, or maybe even ever fights.
Yeah, he's got the height of Thomas Hearns, just not the right hand.
Let him go. Let him go. My break. My break. No push.
Thomas is supposed to be here tonight. We haven't seen him.
Williams tries to load up with the right hand, but nothing on the jab. It's more.
There was a left hand, a good one, and the knees buckle. And Williams trying to fight him now, but that was clearly the best shot of the fight.
The punch stats are the punch stats, but I have to believe that Tucker is ahead in this fight. I have him clearly ahead in a fight that's virtually impossible to score.
I do too. I haven't had 3 points.
No punching. Box. Let him go. Let him go. Step back. Step back. Box. Let him go. Let him go. Step back.
Final 50 seconds of this fight.
Step back, step back, put that arm down. Box.
Tucker just consistently short, because even if Williams is in range when Tucker punches, Williams steps back when the punch is coming, and then now he's out of range.
Yeah, he takes that, snaps that jab and takes a step back. That's why.
My break, my break, my break.
Tucker's out of range. Can't land that left hand. He's got to jab 3 or 4 times to get in and then let it go.
Well, this one's in the books. Not a pretty fight. It's in the hands of the judges, and how'd you see this fight, Raul?
I had Tucker winning by 3 points there. I mean, could have been 4, could have been 5, could have been 6. We'll see.
Telling. No telling.
And we take a look at the quote-unquote highlights from this fight. Round 1, nice left hand from Tucker. He clearly won that round, and you see Frank Garza warning Williams for the elbow. And now comes really what could be the key moments in the fight. Tucker blinking because he got hit by a rabbit punch. And then 2 attempts at a rabbit punch. Well, that was still round 3. Round 4, another deduction for a rabbit punch. Right there, 1, 2. Maybe the second one didn't even come close to landing. And then round 8, the best punch of the fight. Left hand by Tucker. That's it. Those are the highlights. There wasn't much going on. It was sloppiness, a lot of holding. Tucker, I bet you that ties a record. He never landed a jab in the fight.
I've never seen it.
But he did outpunch Williams in power shots. Very low percentages connected, of course. And Williams, boy, that punch total of 334 punches is very deceiving. I don't know how the judges are going to think, and I have to think Tucker won this fight. I don't know.
That's what I think too, but boy, we've been wrong on more than one occasion in the past.
After 8 rounds of boxing, the judges' scorecards read as follows. Judge Rochester scores the contest 77-73. Judge Stewart scores the contest 79-71. And Judge White scores the contest 78-72. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Wesley Casanova Tucker.
So For Wesley Tucker, he runs his record to 14-0, and I guess a learning fight for him, you would have to say.
Yeah, what he's going to learn is I don't want to ever fight a guy like that again.
You got that right.
Survive in advance. We're getting ready for March Madness. That's what he did.
Exactly. All right, we come to the midway point then of our 4-fight card here at the MGM Grand in Detroit.